Hello guys, and welcome back to the Flutter tutorial. So today we will build that feature that whenever we click on this button it turns red, and if it's red and we click it, it turns gray again. So the first thing we have to do is to change this stateless widget to a stateful widget, and we do that by coming here, click here, then convert to stateful widget. Then we take this bool and we paste it up here, because you know the build method will get rebuild every time. So we get to the only press, then we say is clicked, and we don't say false or true because we want to manipulate this value. So we want to say different than is clicked. Alright, but we don't do it like that. We have to say set state first. Then inside the set state we do this. Alright. Now you should have known all that. We've already discussed that. The thing you had to do, you had to research how to manipulate the color down here. So to do that, we don't come here and say if, then else, and whatever. We do a ternary operator, and that's like this. We first write is clicked, we write the condition, then after the condition we can say equal true, but since this is a boolean we don't have to, we just have to say is clicked, and it understands by itself that is clicked is equal to true. Then after the condition we say question mark. After the question mark we put what we need to do if the condition is true. So what we need to do if the condition is true, we need to say colors dot red. Then we type this, and if the condition is false, it executes this. So let's save it and try it. Alright, if I click it, it turns red, the condition is true. And if I click it again, the condition is false now, and it turns to gray. And that's all. We can manipulate this button now. Alright guys, let's continue our tutorial. I created a new project. Inside the main function I created a material app and gave it a home. The home is a stateless widget. It doesn't have anything, only a scaffold with an app bar thing widget with a center title, and inside the body we have center, then container. So today we will learn about container. What a container is, it's actually a container. We can have a child inside it. For example, we can have a text widget inside it. Let's say hello there and save it. And here it is. Alright, so container is like a center. It has a widget inside it. But what's so special about container? Well, we have decoration inside container. So inside decoration, we can provide box decoration. Inside the box decoration, we can provide many decoration. For example, we can pass color. Let's say colors.blue and save it. Alright, here is the container, and inside it we have hello there, but the text doesn't appear, so let's give it a style. Let's say text style with colors.white and save it now, and it appears a little bit better. But containers also have width and height, so we can provide a width, let's say 200, and let's provide a height, let's say also 200, save it, and it looks like that. Let's center our text also to see it better. So if we want to center a widget or wrap a widget inside a widget, we don't actually come here and cut it, then write the widget, then inside the widget we say child and do it. We click on the widget and we come here. Then we have wrap with a widget, we have multiple widgets here we can select from, but what we care about now is center. So let's wrap it with a center widget, then save it now, and it appears in the center. And it's better to say const before the center. Alright. What we also have inside box decoration, we have, for example, border. We can provide our container with a border. So to give it a border, we say border, then dot all, and inside it we have a width. Let's give it 8, and we have a color. Let's say colors dot black, and save it now. Okay, here's our border. It appears now. So this border is now looked like a square on the edges. We can make it circular. For example, if we come here, we can say border radius, then we say border radius dot, and we have multiple options here, but what we care about now is circular, so we select circular, and inside it we give it a double radius. Let's say 10. Save it, and it appears like that. We also have something inside border box decoration. We have image. We can make a container. Inside it we can have an image. So an image, we can say decoration image. Then inside it we can provide an image. Now this image, we don't say image.asset or file, or we say image, then inside the image we provide another image. We immediately say either asset image or network image. So let's give it a network image. Alright, I have already opened Google and selected an image, so I will just copy the address for this image, then come back here and paste it, and let's see how it appears. Alright, it appears like that. So let's just add comma down here. Okay, so it doesn't fill the whole container. So what we can do, we can pass also fit, and we say box fit dot, and we have multiple selection here. We can say contain, for example, and it contain it. We can say cover, then it cover it, and we can say fill if we want to fill it. So this is basically how we deal with container. Just let me add const here. This is better. But sometimes we do need a container, but we don't need all that. We don't need an image, we don't need a color, we don't need a box. We just need a space, a container. So instead, we don't need decoration at all. So let me just comment this. And if we just want width and height and child, we don't say container, we say something else. Instead of container, we provide a sized box. So size, and we add const here. Okay, so sized box, and remove it from down, sorry. So sized box is like a container but without decoration. The difference between sized box and container is the decoration. So if we don't have decoration at all, we provide sized box, which give us width and height and child. But decoration also, container also provide us with a decoration. So let's save it and see what happens. Okay, we saved it, but our text doesn't appear. Why? Because we provided a white color. So let's change it to black or anything else, and it appears. So this is basically how we deal with SizedBox, how we deal with containers. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is padding. But before I talk about padding, let me just remove this center widget. To remove them, we click on them, then we click on this, then the last item here, remove this widget, we click on it and it's removed. Same down below, we'll do the same process, we will remove this center. So to add a padding, or before we add a padding, let me save it and show you how this widget look like. So as you can see, it looks just at the top and on the left side, and sometimes we don't want it to start from here, we want it to start from different position. To do so, we add a padding. To add a padding, we click on this widget, then we click on here. We can wrap it with a widget and we type padding ourselves, or we can select padding from here. But this time I will wrap it with a widget and I will type padding myself. Before I continue, I just want to write const so it doesn't complain anymore. Alright, as you can see, we're already having an error. And this error basically because we need to pass the padding. To pass a padding, we don't immediately say, for example, 12 a value. This is wrong. We have to say edge, insets, then we type dot, and from here we have multiple items. For example, we have all, we have from left, top, right, bottom, we have only, we have symmetric. So let's start with all. All is from all sides and we have to pass a double value, let's say 12.0, and let's save it now. It will go down 12 pixels and will go from the left 12 pixel as well as the right as well as the bottom. Alright, so when we type all, we have a shared value will be applied on all directions, but we have different scenarios. For example, if we type dot, we have from left, top, right, bottom. If we select that, we have to pass each one by itself. For example, from left, I want it to go 100, from top, for example, 50, from right, 10, from bottom, 0. If I save it now, it will be like that. Okay, and we have different options from this. We have dot symmetric. Symmetric is basically horizontal and vertical. So we say and it takes two parameters. It takes horizontal. So from the horizontal, which means left and right, which are equal. So let's say 50 horizontal, then let's say vertical, and let's say 10 vertical. So from left and right, it will be 50, and from top and bottom, it will be 10. So let's save it now, and that's how it looks. So now we understand how padding works. I want to show you something also. Let's switch this to container again. Alright, and remove this const because it will give me an error. So what I want to do, container has padding inside it. So we don't have to wrap the container with a padding widget. So the first thing I want to do, I will copy this and paste it down here. Then I will remove this padding widget. So now we have a padding inside the container. And if I save it, it will actually look the same. But now what I need to do, I need to uncomment the decoration, just comment the image part and save it. I want to show you something. Here, if we manipulate with padding, let's say I want it to be 100 by 50 and save it, it doesn't appear, it's out of the box now. So let's change it to 10, for example. Alright, it appears now. So the padding actually inside the container. But we also have something called margin. So margin is actually, we apply margin like padding, but the difference of margin and padding, something inside the container and something outside the container. Padding is inside the container. When we pass padding, we are manipulating inside the container. But when we say margin, for example, I will just copy this and paste it here and save it. The container itself will be moved, not the text inside it, the container. So that's the difference between margin and padding, and they all have edge insets and they all have all methods inside edge inset. For example, I can pass all here and let's say 50 and it will be like that. So that would be all today. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next